Okay, the next part of the lecture for Word Unit D is talking about headers and footers and page numbers. Now, the actual PowerPoint from the manufacturer of this textbook had page numbers first and headers and footers second. To me, that's not logical, so I'm going to talk about headers and footers first. Headers and footers are pieces of text, pieces of content that you want to put at the top and or bottom of every page in your document. The header or footer could contain information such as a file number, document number, author, dates, page numbers, or anything like that. And there's actually a list of quick parts that you can actually choose from within the headers and footers menu. But you're going to open the headers and footers menu in two ways. You can double click on the headers button or the footer button on the insert tab, or you can double click on an existing header or footer. You can open the header or footer area by clicking on the header button or the footer button on the insert tab, or you can actually double click on an existing header or footer. You can choose from several built-in styles or designs or layouts of your header and footer if that's the way you want to follow and set up your document, if you want to go with a standard setup. So here's an example of what the screen looks like on page, let's see, we're a little bit further into the textbook. We're looking at page 86 and 87, which, like I said, I'm going backwards, but this page actually shows you a little bit more about headers and footers, and I'm going to slide in here a little bit so you can see it. The head and footer tools are in the Design tab, and you can actually open up your header and then you'll type in this area that's got the gray spot. The document text is actually dimmed while you're working in the headers and footers to show you that you're actually looking at a different section of the document. So we're going to shrink this back down just a titch now and get back to the area we need to have it in. So we're going to look at a document itself. We're going to look at the header and footer in a document. So here's my document again, and if we go to the Design tab, you'll see that oops, stop. Okay, you're going to insert header and footer. You can click on header. Here's the samples of headers that you can insert. Let's stick a header in here. Here's your type here area. You click on that and say, to be able to type there, you type sample. Let's just put in something there. I've got something else that came up here. So we're going sample header. And that header is going to show up on every single page of your document. And then the same thing for the footer. The footer is going to look down here. You can see in the middle that that text is grayed out, that you're not selecting the text, you're selecting the header and footer. So down here, let's insert a page number. So let's go to Quick Parts, Auto Text or Field. We're going to go to Auto Text and say I want to put my name that the software identifies me as part of the Quick Parts for the footer. So we'll select that one. We'll put MJ Davis. And then you're going to want to put the page number over here on the left side. You've got the choice of page number. You've got it. You can put it at current position, or you can put it at a different spot, top or bottom of the page. We're going to select this one, plain number 3, over on this side, so it'll put it over onto the right side of the page. And this down here tells us this is page 1 of 1. So we're not going to have page 2 to show you, but we've got, it shows you where we put the footer in, and we've put the header in on this document. So you can create custom headers and footers for your documents, and be just like creating templates or different document text parts, and use them as building blocks for future documents. You're going to want to click the header and footer button, and you're going to want to design something, and then you're going to save that selection to the header or footer gallery, and then that way when you're creating a header or footer, you can actually custom build that with that that building block. You can put that actual custom header or footer right into your documents. So next is to insert page numbers. We already went through part of that, and inserting page numbers is really simple. And like I told you a minute ago, it's part of the header and footer menu, and you can pick your location and insert a header or footer page number, however you choose to have your document show it. Now this text here that shows up in your textbook on page 85 shows you the footer actually has the page number in the footer area, actually in the bottom in the middle. And then inserting page numbers, I don't really understand why they put this in here, but you're looking at scroll bars. Scroll bars to browse an object around different areas. Basically, scroll bars are something we're all used to using if we use computers. We've got scroll bars here, scroll bars to scroll around the document. If this was a document that was large enough to need a bottom scroll bar, we have a bottom scroll bar here, and then we have the side scroll bar here to scroll through the document. I'm really not sure how come that's in part of inserting page numbers. So quick parts, we already covered quick parts. We talked about how to insert specific document property information such as an author or a title, and it uses the computer clock to assign a date, time for your specific document if you choose to put the date and time in there, kind of like a timestamp on your document. So that's the end of inserting page numbers, headers, and footers, and timestamps, things like that.